Hello everybody, welcome back. We're looking at question number 9 on the grade 9 Pascal paper from 2005. In triangle ABC, the value of x plus y is, so here we have x, here we have y. These guys are opposite angles in the big triangle ABC. Now I know the sum of the angles in a triangle add up to 180. So x plus y has got to be less than that because we still have this extra angle over here. So what does this suggest to me? Well, C is ruled right out. And I can actually go through here and say, well, is anything bold enough to say it's more than 180? No, nothing says that. So we get C, 180 here. Now they've given us a whole lot of isosceles, so equal lengths. We got isosceles triangles. We have 104 here, and just noticing that all these three lengths are the same, I can think of 3 different ways to do this question. I'm going to show you each one. Okay, the third one, which I just thought of, uses a little bit of circle geometry. So, what's our picture? Equals, equals, equals. We have 104 here, and we had x over here and y over here. Well, if we have an isosceles triangle, we can fill in an x here, because this x, 104, x, we get an isosceles triangle there. We also have another isosceles triangle here, we can get y. Okay. So, one thing you could do is you could figure out what x is, because 2x plus 104, well, that's got to add up to 180. And so we could say, well, 2x is 180 minus 104, which is 76. So divide that by 2, and we're going to get x is 38. Fantastic. Okay, well now what can we do? We can try and get, we can try and figure out what y is. How can we figure out what y is? Well, we've got a full circle, or not full circle, a full straight line angle, so this has got to be 180. We have 104 of it over here, so we're going to have what's left over, 76 over here. And now 2y's plus 76 has got to be equal to 180. So 2y's has got to be 104. And then y is going to have to be 52. And we wanted to know x plus y. We'd add them together. We get 90. So x plus y is 90. And that's a fine way to do it. And I think that was D. Yeah, D. And you could do that. But look, we have to solve for x, we have to solve for y. We need to know them individually. We don't actually need to do that. Notice the angle I put up here. It's x plus y. We have a big triangle. So we know that x plus y plus this combined x plus y angle has got to be equal to 180. So we've got 2 x's, 2 y's have got to be equal to 180. Divide by 2 on both sides, we get x plus y is equal to 90. Fantastic. Okay, and now my third way of getting this, which I just realized because we've got the same length here, each of these green lengths are the same, which means the distance to each of the vertices from this big green point is the same. He's got to be what's known as the circumcenter, depending on how much geometry you know. All triangles have, you can find a circle going around a triangle. It passes through each of the vertices. He's got to be the center of that unique circle. Okay? But we've got a straight line down here. So the red line is straight, which means that it's a diameter. We get a sort of a semicircle up here. This point up here lies on the semicircle. But if you have a point lying on a semicircle and it's subtended by a diameter, you get for free, this is a right angle. Okay. So if that's a right angle, the sum of the other 2 angles, the x and the y, has got to be right as well. And that's another way to show that x plus y has got to be 90 degrees. So there's 3 different ways to do it. You can probably vary these up a little bit, but our answer is D. Okay. I'd say the latter 2 are kind of quick. The third one, it took me just a little while to explain because I need to sort of cite all my geometry when I'm explaining it to you guys. But if you knew this sort of stuff, you could probably very quickly sort of instantly say, oh, it's got to be 90. It's going to be on a semicircle. And the one before it, not that much calculation, but finding x, finding y, while this will work, and if it's your first time trying the contest, you're probably going to say, well, I need to find x, I need to find y. But if you do these enough times, you notice that sometimes there's a slow way. Calculate it. You'll get the answer, and not that much slower, to be honest. But there's oftentimes sort of a fast way. You need x plus y. Maybe there's a way to get it without figuring out x and then figuring out y. And indeed, there was. So you start to look for little tricks like that if it's your second, third, 5th time practicing a Pascal for your upcoming Pascal contest. Okay? But there we go, D, and that was question 9, I think. Question 9, yeah. So we got one more question in part A to go. Join me for that in the next video.